They were only supposed to be gone for the weekend. The Cunninghams, Mark, Lisa, their 9-year-old daughter Emily, and their youngest 6-year-old Ben had finally gotten the chance to escape the noise of the city. Lisa had insisted on a tech-free trip. No phones, no tablets, just nature, fresh air, and each other. By noon on Saturday, they had reached the edge of Pine Hollow, a national park not far from Glimmer River, known for its dense woods and eerily still waters. Emily ran ahead, chasing butterflies. Ben skipped behind her, carrying his little backpack with a stuffed raccoon sticking out the top. Mark and Lisa trailed a few feet behind, enjoying the rare moment of peace. "I'm glad we did this," Mark said, brushing a fallen leaf from Lisa's shoulder. She smiled. "It feels like we're finally breathing again." They didn't know they were walking into something that would shatter that calm forever. It started with a splash. One second Ben was skipping along the rocks near the riverbank, and the next, he was gone, his body vanishing into the dark, glassy water without a sound. Lisa's scream shattered the air. Mark didn't hesitate. He threw his backpack to the ground and dove into the river, arms slicing the water as he swam toward the spot where Ben had disappeared. For several long seconds, there was only silence. Then, Ben's head bobbed up. He was coughing, sputtering, his wet hair matted to his forehead. Somehow, he'd made it to the surface on his own. Lisa rushed forward, wading waist-deep into the water to grab him, but something was wrong. Ben didn't cry. He didn't call out for his dad. He just stared. Lisa stopped. Her heart pounded. "Ben?" she said, voice shaking. "Sweetie, where's Daddy?" He didn't answer. His eyes were wide, unblinking, and darker than she remembered. Not just in color, there was something in them, or the lack of something. A flatness, a silence that didn't belong. Still, Lisa reached out and took his hand. The moment her skin met his water-soaked arm, searing pain shot through her palms. She screamed and stumbled back, falling into the shallows. Her hands were red, blistering, steam rising off her skin as if she had touched a stove. "Mom!" Emily ran toward her, crying. "What's happening? What's wrong with Ben?" Lisa looked up at the boy standing in the water. It was Ben's face, his height, his clothes. But that wasn't Ben. It was wearing him. They found no trace of Mark. Divers searched the river for 2 days. The currents weren't strong enough to pull a grown man far, but he was simply gone. The rangers said maybe he hit his head, drowned before anyone could see. Maybe his body was stuck in a sunken log jam. Maybe. Lisa never told them what she saw, what she felt, how Ben, or what looked like Ben, never spoke. How he sat in their tent that night, dripping silently for hours, his skin still damp by morning. How animals in the woods wouldn't come near them. How she couldn't touch him without feeling the heat rise beneath her skin. And the dreams. God, the dreams. She would wake in the middle of the night gasping, hearing the river in her ears, seeing Mark reaching from beneath the water, his eyes wide with terror, mouthing something she couldn't understand. The worst part? Emily stopped calling him Ben. She started calling him It. On the third night, Lisa made a decision. She took Emily's hand and whispered for her to stay quiet. The forest was silent. Even the wind had stopped moving through the trees. Ben sat near the fire, staring into the flames. Or maybe it was staring at something else. Lisa led Emily back toward the river. Not to camp, not to the trail, to the place where it began. She didn't fully understand what she was doing, but deep inside, she felt the answer pulling her. Something had come out of the river, and maybe it would go back. As they approached, they heard water lapping softly, but there was another sound, whispers, low, gurgling, like voices trapped under the surface. Lisa froze. Emily gripped her hand tighter. Then a voice behind them. "You shouldn't leave me." They turned. Ben stood there, barefoot, dripping, still. But now his eyes glowed faintly, like moonlight seen through deep water. "I came back," he said. Lisa stepped in front of Emily. "You're not Ben," she said. It blinked, slowly, almost curiously. "No, Ben's gone." He screamed when the dark took him. The thing stepped forward. "I'm what you got instead." Lisa's hands began to burn again, just being near it. Emily screamed. Lisa grabbed her daughter and turned to run, but the river surged beside them. A massive wave rose from its center and collapsed just before the bank. When the water settled, something floated to the top. A body. Mark's body. His eyes were open. His lips moved. "Let it go," he mouthed. "Send it back." Lisa turned back to the thing. She didn't speak, she just pushed. Her blistered, burning hands shoved the thing that looked like her son back into the water. It didn't fight, it just smiled. As it hit the river, the water swallowed it without a sound. The surface stilled. The forest was quiet again. They never found Ben's body either. Lisa never forgave herself. But she never regretted what she did. She knew what the river had tried to do. It gave them back something they wanted, just not in the way they expected. So now, when people ask her why she'll never camp near a river again, she simply says, because sometimes when the river gives something back, it's not a gift, it's a warning.